Okay, good afternoon. Today, I'd like to share our project on leave record management and why we believe investing digital system will improve efficiency and fairness for both employees and the organization. First, we have leave management matters. And second, we have role of leave record. In other words, accurate leave record are the foundation of a healthy workplace. Next slide is justification of the new investment. Currently, Proton relies heavily on manual or outdated method of tracking leave. This often lead to error, inconsistency, and even dispute between employees and HR. And this issue don't just waste time, they also risk conflicts with labor law and can reduce employee trust. That's why we are proposing to move towards a digital leave management system. And second, we have a benefit for employee. With the new system, employee will enjoy much more transparency and they'll be able to apply for leave, check their balance, and seek approval all in one place only. And this not only build confidence that leave is managed fairly, but also reduce unnecessary back and forth with HR. Third, we have benefit for HR and management. From the HR and management side, the benefit are just as strong. HR staff will save time and reduce their workload because the system automatically track engagement and balance. Manager will also gain real-time visibility of employee availability. Risk avoidance is another important reason to invest in a digital leave system is risk avoidance. First, we have minimizing human error. Second, we have prevent data loss. Another key security advantage is enhanced security. The next slide is organizational enhancement. First, we have improved efficiency, transparency, and fairness. Second, we have data-driven decision and compliance. Um, Another enhancement is the ability to support data-driven decision making with real-time and accurate leave data. Proton managers can focus staffing and need identify leave pattern and make better workforce planning decision. The system also ensures full compliance with labor by apply policy consistent.
Cost benefit analysis is a decision making tool that used to evaluate and compare the projected costs and benefits of a project investment. For example, CBA is often used when deciding whether to invest in a new human resources information system, which is HRIS. There are a few key reasons why CBA is important, which is first, it helps in making better business decisions by providing a clear comparison between the cost and expected benefits. Second is it improves planning and budgeting to ensuring resources are used wisely. And finally, it reduces financial risk and loss by evaluating potential outcomes before action is taken. This can make CBA very useful and practical tool in business strategy and planning. Next, let's move to the next slide, which is how revenue can be enhanced both directly and indirectly through better HR system or processes. First is direct revenue enhancement, that it can prevent payroll errors by accurately tracking leave days and allow heads to avoid overpayment for unworked hours. Most importantly, it ensures compliance with labor laws, which helps companies avoid costly fines and penalties. Now, For indirect revenue enhancement is it can improve employee satisfaction by promoting fair and consistent management, and it also reduces and turnover thanks to more transparent record keeping. And lastly, it provides valuable HR data that can support better workforce planning and efficiency. Together, these direct and indirect benefits can contribute significantly to be better financial and operational outcomes.
Next, I will explain about 2.3, the direct and indirect cost reduction. Let's look to the direct cost reduction. By switching to the digital system, we can reduce paper and stationery. Second, leave in record can also be minimized, which avoid unnecessary correction costs. And finally, automation help reduce manual work hours since leave application and approval can be done automatically. Now moving on to the indirect cost reduction. Administrative time is saved because HR staff no longer need to enter data manually. Second, the workload of HR is also reduced, which means less overtime and fewer extra tasks. Most importantly, employee satisfaction improve, faster and smooth leave process keep employee motivated, which in turn help reduce turnover costs. Let's move on to 2.4, the direct and indirect cost implementation. Starting with the direct cost. First, there is the software and hardware purchase, such as buying an HR or leave management system, servers or cloud subscription. Next, we have license fee, which could be annual or monthly payment for the HR software. Lastly, training costs, as a staff need to be trained to effectively use the new leave record system. On the other hand, we also need to consider the indirect costs. Employee time, since staff will spend their time learning and adapting to the system, which may reduce productivity during the transition. Second, they also the opportunity cost, where resources such as time and money could have been invested in other areas of business improvement. And finally, the error and adjustment period, where mistake may occur in the early stage of implementation as the organization gets used to the system.
Okay. On this slide, we can see that the cost-benefit analysis matrix for the HRIS system. For direct costs, this includes software and licensing fees at RM100,000 annually, hardware or IT infrastructure at RM50,000, and training and implementation at RM50,000 also. For indirect costs, there is temporary productivity loss during employee adaptation, estimated at RM20,000, as well as ongoing IT maintenance and support load. And on the benefit side, the direct benefits are papers and stationery savings of RM30,000 per year, reduce payroll errors, which avoid overpayment with RM70,000, reduce HR overtime savings of RM50,000, and avoiding compliance penalties with RM20,000. The indirect benefits are employee satisfaction and retention, which reduce turnover costs by RM100,000, reduce absenteeism impact of RM60,000, and improve workforce planning valued at RM50,000. So So this table summarizes both the costs and benefits, separating them into direct and indirect categories. This is the cost-benefit ratio. From the matrix, we calculated the total cost and the benefits. So the total cost is 22,000 ringgit, which comes from adding direct and indirect costs. And the total benefits are 37,000 ringgit, combining both direct and indirect benefits. So the cost benefit ratio, or CBR, is calculated as total benefits divided by total cost. The 37,000 ringgit divided by 22,000 ringgit equal to 1.68. This means that for every 1 ringgit invested in the HRS, Proton gains 1 ringgit and 68 cents in benefits. And since the ratio is greater than 1, this shows that the investment is financially viable and should be recommended.
About database, a database is simply organized a collection of data that can be accessed, managed, and updated. It is usually stored in a structured format. Most importantly, a database management system also provides backup and recovery features, which means the data is protected even in case of unexpected issue.
Database structure, which is store employee data. The second is leave types and entertainments. The third is leave request and approval. And fourth is tracking and compliance. And the lastly is automation.
So this is the example of our leave system user interface for Proton. We did the leave management system by the type of leave, the dates of when the leave started and the end of the leave, and then the status, and we also did the calendar version 1. The next slide is data mining, which is analyzing and extracting valuable information. So the first one, data obtained from Proton Holding Berhad. Employee leave records for the employee who applied for leave, start and dates and type of leave. For example, annual leave, medical, emergency, and unpaid leave. And then attendance and absenteeism reports. Attendance data, frequency of leave, and records of unnotified absence. And then leave balance, which is the remaining annual leave, medical leave, and other leave types according to company policy. And then the second one is the solutions taken by the company, which is Proton. Performance and promotion decisions, where attendance and leave records can be considered when deciding on promotions, bonuses, or additional trainings need. And then workforce planning, which is used to leave reports to plan temporary replacement or adjust work schedules to avoid staff shortage.
Okay, let's continue with my part is issue related to the system. Technical issue, system downtime or crash could disrupt leave application and approval. 2. User resistance. Employees or managers may resist change, preferring manual methods, lack of digital skills among staff could slow adoption. 3. Data security and privacy. Storing employee personal data online may expose it to cybersecurity risks. Recommendation or suggestion to solve issue related to system. Recommendation: first, conduct pilot testing before full implementation to identify glitch. Second, user resistance. Recommendation: conduct comprehensive training season for HR staff, managers, and employees. 3. Data security and privacy. Recommendation: choose an HRIS with encryption role-based access control and multi-factor authentication.
To sum up, effective leave record is very important in maintaining
workplace balance, improving operational efficiency, and building employee trust. They can be minimized through phased rollout, strong security measures, and proper testing. Overall, a modern digital leave record system promotes fairness, transparency, and productivity across the entire organization.
This is our reference. All from our group. Thank you.